Flask-SQLite Python Flask tutorial for beginners. Before writing code for Flask-SQLite, install DB browser SQLite by clicking link which is mentioned in description box. Let's start writing code for Flask-SQLite. In Python Flask script, you no need to install SQLite separately. How we install for WT forms? You just have to import SQLite 3. So here import SQLite 3. Then create a constructor def init self. Inside this constructor, establish a connection for SQLite 3 by writing code SQLite 3 dot connect. Here you can give the name of the database user1.db. Here user1.db is the name of the database. And to obtain cursor, write c is equal to con.cursor. To execute SQL query, write c.execute. Inside this, write SQL query. Here I'll write to create table for user. Create table user1. Inside this, name text and password text. To save data, we'll write con.commit. So here database is created. We'll check now. Go to DB browser SQLite 3. Here user1 table is created. Inside user1 database, name and password text field is created. Let's understand the scenario to write Python Flask script. Let's consider in the home page of Gogetmyguru Mart, there will be two links. One is for login and another one is for register. In first time, user want to register for Gogetmyguru Mart. So he will click on register link and he will fill all the details. For example, in username, he will type admin. In password field, he will type admin123. Likewise, user will fill all the details in registration form. Then user will submit the data. That data will be stored in database. In second time, user what he will do? User will just click on login link and then user will enter username and password. Click on submit button. Here, we'll check for the condition that if name and password is same in both registration form and also in login, then user can see new page with displaying welcome admin. And one more condition is if user tries to register for second time with same name, user will not be able to register. Instead of that, he'll get message user already exists. Please try for another username. So user have to register with new name. Again that data will get stored in database. Then what is the initial step to write Python Flask script? Here we'll import Flask from Flask module. Then write app is equal to Flask, app.secret key is equal to private. Now we'll create home page for the Gogetmyguru Mart. How to create home page, login page, registration form page. I have explained in previous Flask get and post method, Flask sending form data to template, Flask WTF videos. You can watch by clicking link in description box. To create interaction between SQLite and Python Flask application, we'll create a form that is Gogetmyguru Mart registration form page in which user will enter the data. For example, username, password, mobile number. This is the Gogetmyguru Mart registration form. Now you have to import this to Python Flask application. So here import Gogetmyguru registration form from form submission file. And here create a object for the Gogetmyguru registration form. The continuation of the previous topic is SQLite 3. So now we'll go to registration form. We'll establish a connection for the user1.db. So write here con is equal to SQLite3.connect and here give the database name user1.db. And to obtain cursor, write c is equal to con.cursor. Here we'll write if request.method is equal to post. For this condition, we'll write code later. Before submitting the data, the request.method will be get method. So here we'll write else if request.method is equal to get return render underscore template register.html template. Here we'll write form is equal to Gogetmyguru registration form. This is the register.html page. So now we'll start writing code for if request.method is equal to post. Here we'll take one more condition. If request.form of name is not equal to null and request.form of password is not equal to null, write name is equal to request.form of name and password is equal to request.form of password. And write here SQL query. Select star from user1 where name and password is equal to password and store in variable statement. To execute the statement variable, write c.execute function. Inside this, write statement variable. And to get the username data, write c.fetch1 function. Store in variable called data. Here write condition, that is if data is same, then render underscore template error.html page. If not data, then insert the values for name and password field. This is the SQL query to insert data for name and password field, which we written in c.execute function. Again, to save the user entered data, we'll write con.commit, and to close database, we'll write con.close function. Then here written render underscore template login.html. Let me explain you about this registration form function. Gogetmyguru Mart registration form is the object which we created for the Gogetmyguru Mart registration form class, that is in form submission.py file. Here we established a connection to the database by writing con is equal to SQLite3.connect user1.db. Here user1.db is the name of the database. Then to obtain cursor, we have written here c is equal to con.cursor. Before submitting the data to the database, by default request.method will be get method. So here you will get the register.html page when you click the register link in the home page of Gogetmyguru Mart. User will enter the details of username and password word and also phone number, address, age. Then user will click on submit button. Then that request will become post method. In post method, again it will check for the condition. The name field and also password field should not be equal to null. And also whatever the data user will enter while registering, the data should not be same. If the data is same, then it will render error.html page. This is the error.html page. In error.html page, we have a message, that is user already exists. Please try for need username, and also link for registration form. If data is not same, whatever the data user will enter for name and password field will be stored in database and it will render the login.html page. This is the code for login.html page. Here we have created username and password text field. So next time what user will do, registering once again, he will directly go to the login page. Here we'll write if request.method is equal to post. Before post method, the request.method will be get method by default. Here we'll change post to get. Here we'll write return render underscore template login.html. When user submit the data, then that method will become post method. So here we'll write condition username is equal to request.form of username and password is equal to request.form of password. In login function also, we'll establish database connection by writing code con.SQLite3.connect user1db. And to get cursor, we'll write c is equal to con.cursor. Here also we'll write query. Select start from user1 where name is equal to name and password is equal to password. Then c.execute statement. Here we have to check for one more condition, that is the name in registration form and also the username in login form should be same. When it is same, if it is not same, then if not c.fetch1, then return render underscore template login.html page. If data is not same, then return render underscore template dashboard.html page. Here we'll write name is equal to username. This is the dashboard.html page. In this we have welcome name. Here this name variable will store the name of username, and also logout link to run this will write if name is equal to main app.run debug is equal to true. So we'll run the code by writing command python -m flask run. Click on this follow link. You can see here Gogetmyguru Mart homepage. In homepage there are two links, one is for login and another one is for register. When you click on this register, you will get the Gogetmyguru Mart registration form. Initially, if you check in DB browser for SQLite, the values for name and password field is null. We'll enter admin in username field, and in password field we'll enter admin123, and phone number we'll give some random values 123457890, and we'll select here mail. Address will give Bangalore and age 30. So click send button. When you click on submit button in Gogetmyguru registration form, it will take you login page of Gogetmyguru Mart. So once again, when you go to DB browser for SQLite, you can see the in name field admin is saved, in password field admin123 is saved. So here we'll enter admin in place of username, and in place of password we'll enter admin123 and click submit button. After submitting the data in login page, it will go to dashboard.html page with message displaying welcome admin, and here you can see that logout link. If you click on this logout link, you will directly go to the home page. We'll check for one more condition with same username. So once again we'll click on register link, and we'll give the same name admin and password admin123 and phone number 120. Address will give same Bangalore and age 30. So click send button. Here you can observe that the error user already exists. Please try for need username. That means that admin user is already present. You have to change the username, and again click on this register link. It will go to the Gogetmyguru Mart registration form. Instead of admin, give here some name Joe. Then in password give Joe123. Again give phone number 12345678990 and select female. Give address Mysore and age 29. Click send button. So here it is going to login page of Gogetmyguru Mart. So here also enter Joe in username field and password Joe123 and click submit button. In dashboard page it is displaying welcome Joe. Again click on logout link. It will go to the home page. So now we'll go to the DB browser for SQLite. Here Joe and admin is saved in user1 database. To watch out more videos on Flask, stay tuned to our channel and also subscribe to our channel and help us to grow.